Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome, man. Welcome to Beyond Classic Rock. Today, I've got an album reaction coming your way, man. It's an album featuring a band called the Pixies, and they are covering an album called Surfer Rosa. So, man, before I pop this off, I just want to give a shout out and a thanks very much to Sasha Ames. Sasha, thank you, man. Thanks very much for the recommendation. Sasha is Amy Brooks' husband, and every time I think of him, I think of her, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? I describe Amy as the lady version of me. She writes the exact same way I talk, so I get a kick out of her whenever her reaction comes up. So let's check this out, man. Sasha has a note for me. He says, "Hey STB, I have an album reaction to the first album of one of my favorite bands, the Pixies. The album is called Surfer Rosa. I hope All You Need Is Here. Some tunes might be familiar. Perhaps you'll recall one from the end of Fight Club." You know, I can't remember seeing Fight Club. We were all partying and I was drunk as hell. Sorry, straight up. No worries if the fast tempo punk beat punk beat ones aren't quite your thing. Sorry, damn. Hope you enjoy reacting to them. All right, and then after the album reaction, we're going to check out what David Bowie has to say on the Pixies. So Bowie on the Pixies following the album reaction. So without further ado, man, let's check this out. Surfer Rosa, the Pixies. 1988, Surfer Rosa, the Pixies. Let's get it.
You're the bone machine.
At first, I thought this song is accusing her of being, I don't know, she's out of control in certain ways. That's what it means. I like that tune. That was good. I like the harmony between the guy and the girl. It really gets your attention. Very, very basic.
I got a broken fist. I got a.
Good beat though.
I got a broken fist. Oh, I got a broken fist. I got a broken fist. I got a broken fist.
It's broken face. I thought he said broken fist. Am I talking too loud? I got this shit cranked.
No English. And this I know, his teeth as white as snow. What a gas it was to see him walk her every day into a shady place. With her lips she said, hey Pa, 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 let's have a ball. Hey Pa, 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 let's have a ball. Hey Pa, 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 let's have a ball. Gigantic, 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 a big, big love. Gigantic, 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 a big, big love. Lovely legs, they run. What a big black mess, what a hunk of love. He'd walk her every day into a shady place. It's dark, but I'd want him. Hey Pa, 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 let's have a ball. Hey Pa, Pa,
She's a
Pa,
good singer.
let's have a ball. Hey Pa, Pa, Pa,
Good
let's
voice.
have a ball. Gigantic, 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 a big, big love. Gigantic, 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 a big, big love. Gigantic, 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 a big, big love. Gigantic, 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 a big, big
Is she
love. A big, big love.
talking about how big Paul's dick is? Is that what she's singing about? Gigantic? Hey Paul, let's have a ball. She's singing about the man's dick, how big it is. That's what this song's about. It only took me till the end of the song to catch it. I'm slow on the tape this one. I bet you that was a big hit at some point in time. take a riverboat cruise up the Euphrates River. You should do that one day. Riverboat cruises are much better than ocean cruises.
Stop. With your feet on the air, your head on the ground. Try this trick and spin it. Yeah. Your head will collapse if there's nothing in it, and you'll ask yourself, where is my mind? Where is my mind? Where is my mind? Way out in the water, see it swimming. I was swimming in the Caribbean. Animals were hiding behind the rock, except a little fish. But they told me Swift's trying to talk to me, so I went, where is my mind? Where is my mind? Where is my mind? Way out in the water, see it swimming.
I'm visualizing this scene of this fish trying to talk to him. It's reminding me of Dory from Finding Nemo.
Where is my mind? Where is my mind? Where is my mind?
It's an interesting song. Tells an interesting story.
Sitting here wishing on the cement floor, just wishing that I had just something more. I put it on when I go lonely. Will you take off your dress and send it to me? I miss your kissing and I miss your head.
what's the term used to describe when you're trying to reconnect with someone's essence
This is a song about a superhero
using
named
a
Tony.
physical
It's called Tony's
element?
This song about a superhero named Tony. It's called Tony's Theme.
These guys really find interesting things to sing about, don't they?
I said, you fucking die. No, we were just goofing around. No, it didn't have anything to do with anything. She said, don't anybody touches my stuff. And I said, you fucking die, like that. I was finishing her part for her. You know what I mean?
What the hell was that at the end?
Estaba pensando sobre brillando con mi sister New Jersey. Ella me dijo que es una vida buena ya. Bien rica, bien chévere. Y me oye,
This song is action-packed.
And fuck them at school. All I know is that there were rumors he was into field hockey players. There were rumors.
So I applied, basically.
He was gone the next day.
I went out for the team.
It's like he was gone. They just like it was like so hush hush. They were so quiet about it, and then the next thing you know.
That was fast. Short and sweet. All right. Wow. So that's Surfer Rosa by the Pixies. Man, I totally get the charm of these guys, their sound. It grew on me over the course of the album for sure. And I'm glad that I had the time to just do a straight listen all the way through. I might not have been enchanted by them if I had broken it up as I usually do. But yeah, they've definitely got some charm to them. They're entertaining. Of course, it isn't my genre specific. It isn't my sound, and I know very, very little about the punk rock movement. But these guys, they have interesting things to sing about. Their musicianship is very good, and I really like the dual voices between the lady and the gent. Really good. They've got some good stuff to offer. Yeah, I like it. It grew on me. It took a little while. It's an acquired taste, just like mineral water. You know what I'm saying? Add a splash of lime, and there you go. So, this is what we're going to do, man. Let's first just get a little bit acquainted with these guys, the Pixies, and then we'll go to Bowie's take on the Pixies, and then we'll hit up the album information. Let's do that. So, starting with the Pixies. Damn, y'all, hang on, man. I lost my damn link. All right, Pixies. Pixies are an American alternative rock band formed in '86 in Boston. Pixies are associated with the 1990s alternative rock boom and draw on elements including punk rock and surf rock. Their music is known for its dynamic, loud, quiet shifts and song structures. They cover offbeat subjects such as extraterrestrials, incest, and biblical violence. They achieved modest popularity in the US, but were more successful in Europe. Their jarring pop sound influenced acts such as Nirvana, Radiohead, The Smashing Pumpkins, and Weezer. That's a good lineup right there. Their popularity grew in the years after their breakup, leading to a 2004 reunion and sold-out world tours. Wow. So they definitely have a very, very strong fan base for sure, and I can understand it. They've got some elements of charm to them, you know. All right, hey, yeah, let's do this. Let's check out what David Bowie had to say about the Pixies. Okay, man. Bowie on the Pixies. Let's get it.
The first time I heard the Pixies would have been around 1988. I found it just about the most compelling music outside of Sonic Youth in the entire 80s, I think. In America, they just didn't ignite people the way that they ignited them in Europe. There was such a lot of sludge in America at the time. I think Pixies had a real hard time pushing their way through to the surface. Three elements, I think, made them important as a sound band. One was their pure dynamics, the very obvious now, but not obvious at the time, dynamic of keeping the verse extremely quiet and then getting it erupting into a blaze of noise for the choruses. That was one element. The second element was the interesting juxtapositions that Charles brought together of quite sordid material at times, I suppose. Charles's lyrics actually dealt with common or garden kinds of subjects, but the way the permutations that he created within the different subjects that he dealt with were so unusual that it caught my ear immediately. It was the sense of imagination, and I use imagination not lightly, not in terms of it being a fantasy, which most people define imagination as, but being able to understand the affinities of something and have those affinities illuminate a subject. It's done so effortlessly, and it's done with such a sense of fun and enthusiasm. There's a great sense of humor underlying everything that Charles does. Three were the colors that Santiago provided as a guitarist. I think as a guitar player, he's terribly underrated. It's much more about texture. He supplies extraordinary texture. One of the strongest songs that I heard at the time was Debaser. Space of religion, two very basic American subjects. The two subjects closest to the American heart, I think. The pure strength of him on stage, this kind of mass of screaming flesh, was kind of a very imposing figure. I always thought there was a psychotic Beatles in there, you know. There's a great reverence for earlier rock music with Charles. One of them was UMass. I like UMass. What they've done is change the format for delivering harder rock. I don't think that format really existed before they came along. It's a cliche, but somebody once said that the Velvet Underground didn't sell many albums, but everybody who bought a Velvet Underground album formed a band. And I would have to suggest that the same thing really applied to the Pixies. Once you heard them, you wanted to have a band just like.
Very, very interesting points from David Bowie. It's crazy, isn't it? I don't know if I've ever done even one full David Bowie album reaction, but I consider him one of my favorite music personalities, music performers, just overall in music. You know, it doesn't matter what genre specific. He's one of my favorite music personalities. It's just something about the guy. I really, really love this guy. I don't know. I'll have to get into some more Bowie down the road. I know I keep saying it. One day I will, man. Maybe give him the Zeppelin treatment one day. All right. This is about the Pixies. So, let's check out Surfer Rosa. It's really cool how he broke down why they're such an influence, isn't it? He really, really encapsulated all that. See, I'm going back to Bowie. All right, Surfer Rosa is the debut studio album by American alternative rock band Pixies, released in March of '88 on the British label 4AD. It was produced by Steve Albini. Surfer Rosa contains many of the elements of Pixies' earlier output, including Spanish lyrics and references to Puerto Rico. It includes references to mutilation and voyeurism, alongside experimental recording techniques and a distinctive drum sound. As 4AD was an independent label, distribution in the US was handled by British label Rough Trade Records. However, it failed to chart in either country. Only one single was released, a re-recorded version of Gigantic, and reached number 93 on the UK singles chart. Gigantic. Talking about the man's dick. Surfer Rosa was re-released in the US by Elektra Records in '92 and in 2005, and in 2005 it was certified gold by the RIAA. Surfer Rosa is often included on critics' lists of the best rock albums. Alternative rock artists including Billy Corgan and PJ Harvey have cited it as an inspiration. It was an influence on Nirvana's '91 album Nevermind, and the band hired Albini to record their '93 album In Utero. Alright. Critical reception. UK music press reviews of Surfer Rosa were generally positive. Q's Ian Cranna wrote about what sets the Pixies apart are their sudden burst of memorable pop melody, and noted that they could have a bright future ahead of them. All right. Ian Cranna. NME's Mark Sinker, reviewing the album in March of '88, said they forced the past to sound like them, while Dave Henderson from Underground Magazine found the songs well-crafted, well-delivered sketches which embrace commercial ideals as well as bizarre, left-field, out-of-control moments. It's a good way to put it. American Music Magazine's Spin described it as beautifully brutal and named Pixies their Musicians of the Year. In a less enthusiastic contemporary review for the Village Voice, Crisco. Let's skip over that shit. Let's go down to the next reviewer. Oh man, he's got a lot to say. Let's keep scrolling down. I'm not reading anything that dude has to write. Alright, here we are. At the end of '88, Surfer Rosa was named one of the year's best albums on English critics' year-end lists. Independent music magazine Melody Maker and Sounds named Surfer Rosa as their album of the year. NME and Record Mirror placed the album 10th and 14th respectively. However, Surfer Rosa failed to appear on the Village Voices, Pap, and Jock, an annual poll of American critics. Here he is again. Damn, man. I just can't shake this guy. Let's scroll down. I'm not polishing that turd. A number of music magazines have since positioned Surfer Rosa as one of the quintessential alternative rock records of the 80s. The album has appeared on several all-time best albums lists and is consistently placed as one of the best albums of the 1980s in any genre. Yeah, so it has a crossing over appeal. As of 2015, sales in the US have exceeded 705,000 copies, according to Nielsen SoundScan. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they have a big ass bio. Oh man. And their legacy, it's just points after points of legacy stuff. Yeah, let's scroll down. This is a lot of info. Alright, legacy. I'm just jumping about in the legacy area. People connected with the band were impressed by the record. Evo Watts Russell recalled, quote, "I remember when I first heard Surfer Rosa thinking, I didn't know the Pixies could sound like The Fall. That was my immediate reaction. In other words, incredibly raw." Gary Smith, who at the time was in a disagreement with the band, admitted he, quote, "was really happy that they had made such a forceful, aggressive record." Dinosaur Jr.'s Jay Massey's comparing the record to the later Pixies albums Bossa Nova and Trampoliere Monde said he thought that the Steve Albini's production sounded way better than the other ones. Okay, yeah, man. It's a lot of stuff to read here. Let's skip down some more. Let's go to the last paragraph. Their willingness to be guided by their manager, their record company, and their producers is unparalleled. Never have I seen 4 cows more anxious to be led around by their nose rings. Okay, I gotta go back up a bit. Who said that? Yeah, okay, let's go up a little bit more. I'm in the middle of a sentence here. In '91, as Pixies were recording Trampoliere Monde, Albini described his impressions of Pixies during the recording of Surfer Rosa to be the fan magazine forced exposure. Quote, "A patchwork pinned loaf from a band who, at their top dollar best, are blandly entertaining college rock. Their willingness to be guided by their manager, their record company, and their producers is unparalleled. Never have I seen 4 cows more anxious to be led around by their nose rings." Albini later apologized for his remarks, saying, "To this day, I regret having done that. I don't think that I regarded the band as significantly as I should have." Okay. So they had some sort of a falling out at some point in time, a clash of ideals or what have you, and then, you kind of backpedal down the road retrospectively. It happens quite often in music, At the time, you're at war with different factions. Even the Beatles came to blows, and I understand why Led Zeppelin came to blows. So I understand that, but they, in the end, recognize the contributions of each respective member, the value of each respective member. And it's good that you're big enough to kind of bring that forth, There are some people who still hold on to, animosity and, refuse to let it go and, don't give proper credit to where it's due. There's a very, very iconic rock guitarist who to this day says that he doesn't like a single thing that Led Zeppelin has ever done. Not one single thing. Can you believe how crazy, irrational, and butthurt that person is still to this day? Unbelievable, isn't it? You hang on to that shit, it'll put you in the hole early. You gotta let that shit go, man. You can't leave this plane hanging on to shit. All right, so here we are, Sasha. I was worried, man, you giving me a full album reaction of some punk stuff. But you know what? Yeah, these guys have charm. They grow on you. And I could see them being really, really huge for a good number of people. I don't know if you would want to call it a cult following. I don't think so. I think it's even bigger than that because they have a lot of crossing over appeal. Even on certain countdowns lists, it was saying that they cross genres. So I think they were even bigger than that. And their influence, I mean, look at who they influence. So, yo, man, now I got to go back sober and watch Fight Club and check that out and look for the song. Anyway, man, hey, so this is my reaction to a really, really interesting album, very nice album, Surfer Rosa, and the Pixies. I'll keep an eye out for a little bit more. And, you know, I mean, you've got these great musicians holding them in high regard, including Bowie, one of my personal favorites. Yo, gotta give these guys their due. Anyways, man, hey, that's it. Sasha, thank you, brother. You did good. I was worried, but I'm growing to trust you, you know. I'll end up trusting you as much as I do your wife one day. So, let us check out what I got in the shoot coming up next, man. I got a couple of new patrons I have to do reactions for. Apologies to those folks. I'm a week behind on that. So I'm going to get on that right away. Freddie, got a reaction for Freddie. Daryl, got a reaction for Daryl. The great Daryl Hans. Geez, I can't remember who else. Sorry, I'm going off the top of my head. I got things to do, man. Lots of reactions to get caught up on. Well, not lots, but a decent amount on this platform, more so on the classic rock platform. And I'm entering into yet another month for Led Zeppelin. You guys are actually seeing this early before I'm actually posting my next Led Zeppelin reaction. So I'm doing a full album reaction to Led Zeppelin 3, going back and revisiting it, having the full album experience just like I did with this. It speaks volume to do the full album thing sometimes. And just like this, I'm doing it from beginning to end with no pauses in the middle, just to get the whole mood and everything. So, but you guys are going to understand what I'm talking about. So I'll be posting that in a couple of days. And actually, it'll probably be tomorrow, and you'll see what I mean. Anyway, so this was great. Thanks again, Sasha. Thank you very much for exposing me to someone new, introducing me to a really interesting, unique signature sound of this group. So, all right, everyone, you guys have a good one. Take care. And, well, next time you see me on this platform, now who's going to be up? It'll probably be one of my new patrons. Sorry, I can't remember them. Like a couple of people joined in the last couple of days, and I've been really busy at work. Or it'll probably be Freddie or somebody like that in the next couple of days. Anyway, have a good one. Take care, and I'll see you later. Peace.